We have to rewrite our fraction to sum of partial fractions. How we do this? First, we need to check the power of our numerator and denominator. When the power of numerator is less than power of denominator, next step we just have to factorize our denominator. When you have that the power of numerator is greater than denominator or equals, you need to first do long division. So in our example everything is correct. We have power of numerator less than power of denominator. So next we have to only factorize our denominator. So this is equal. We will copy our numerator, and in denominator first we will factorize x. So in parentheses we will have x squared plus 3x plus 2. This is equal. In parentheses we have quadratic functions, so we will factorize this. The numerator we will copy x, and now in parentheses we need to have x because x times x give me x squared, and next I will have to find two numbers which I multiply, and I will have positive 2. When I add these two numbers I will have 3, positive 3. So it will be 2 and 1 because 2 times 1 give me 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So now every factor of denominator will be the denominator of our partial fractions. So first we have x, next we have x plus 2, and we have x plus 1 in denominator. And next, what will be in numerators? We have to check our denominators. We have different linear factors. When we have different linear factors, in numerators we have only constants. So it will be a, b, and c. And we have to find a, b, and c. A, b, and c are our unknowns. So let me rewrite our problem one more time. We have 2 minus x squared over x times x plus 2 times x plus 1. This is equal. We have a over x plus b over x plus 2 plus c over x plus 1. So first, to find a, b, and c, we need to get rid of our denominators. How we do this? We multiply both sides of our equation by the lowest common denominator. What it will be is always the denominator of our original fraction. So we will have to multiply both sides by x times x plus 2 times x plus 1. And the right side the same. So now we see that we can reduce x with x plus 2 with x plus 2, x plus 1 plus x with x plus 1. So we will have only on the left side 2 minus x squared, and on the right we have to multiply every fraction in brackets by this whole expression. When we multiply first fraction by this whole expression, x and x will cancel out. So we will have only a times x plus 2 times x plus 1. Next, when we multiply the second fraction by this whole expression, we will reduce x plus 2 with x plus 2. So we will have only b times x plus 1. And the third fraction, when we multiply, we will have only c times x plus 2, because x plus 1 will reduce with x plus 1. So now the easiest way to solve this equation to find a and b is to check what we have here on the right side, parenthesis x plus 2. So when I substitute x's by negative 2, I will get here 0. So this term will cancel out, and the last term will cancel out. So let me do this. For x equals negative 2, now we have to substitute x's on the left side and the right side by negative 2. So we have 2 minus negative 2 to second power. This is equal a times negative 2 plus 2, negative 2 plus 1 plus b, negative 2 plus 1 plus c times negative 2 plus 2. 2 minus 4 is negative 2 on the left side, and on the right side, like I said, negative 2 plus 2 give me 0, so here will be 0, this goes to 0, and the last term give me 0, so we have only b times negative 2 times negative 1, because negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1, give me 2. So now I will divide both sides by 2, so we see that 2 and 2 we can cancel out, and we have that b is equal negative 1. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. We found b. Next, if I substitute x by negative 1, here I will have 0, so 0 times x plus 2 give me 0. So this term will cancel out, and the second. And I will have only the term with c. So let's do this. X equals negative 1. So now I have to substitute x's on both sides of our equation by negative 1. So we have this equation, and we substitute x's by negative 1. 2 minus negative 1 to second power. This is equal a negative 1 plus 2, of course I forgot, times negative 1 plus 1 plus b times negative 1 plus 1 plus c times negative 1 plus 2. So we have 2 minus 1, so this is 1, is equal negative 1 plus 1 give me 0, like I said, 0 times this give me 0, so here is 0, and negative 1 plus 1 give me 0, so this will be 0. So we have only c times negative 1 times 1, because negative 1 plus 2 is 1, is negative 1. So now we will divide both sides by negative 1. Negative 1 with negative 1 we can cancel out, so we have that c is equal 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1. Here is equal. So we have c. So now we need to find only a. And what we can do, we have here x times this whole expression. So what will be when x will be 0? Here will be 0 and there will be 0. So let's now substitute x's by 0. So again we substitute every x in this equation by 0. So it will be 2 minus 0 to second power, this is equal a, 0 plus 2, 0 plus 1 plus b times 0, 0 plus 1 plus c, 0 times 0 plus 2. So we have 2 minus 0 is 2 on the left side, and on the right will be a. 2 times 1 is 2, and what else? 0 times 1 times b will give me 0, and the same will be with the last term. So now we will divide both sides by 2 to find a. So we have that a is equal to divided by 2 is 1. We have a, c, and b. So we can come back to our form of our, which we have at the beginning. Our original form is equal to sum of these three partial fractions. So now we have to just substitute a, b, and c by the constants which we found, and we have solution of our example. So let me copy our original fraction. We have 2 minus x squared over x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2x. This is equal, first we have a over x, so will be 1 over x, plus b over x plus 2, so it will be negative 1 over x plus 2, plus c is negative 1 over x plus 1. Positive and negative sign, so it will be negative, so we have 1 over x minus 1 over x plus 2, and positive negative, so it will be negative 1 over x plus 1. This is my solution.